Uncle, what is this place? Wow!
Cool, huh? This is MATA headquarters.
Cool. Hang on. MATA's HQ is under a restaurant?
Well, not exactly. It's actually directly under the Perdana building.
Why haven't we been here before?
Nah, it's just you.
Only the highest priority missions are conducted directly from HQ.
Where's the
Hey,
general?
over here. I expect all of you to be well prepared, because our new mission will determine the future of Cyberaya.
General? Are you actually here?
Knock it off, kid!
Okay, hi, my name is Stephen Bones. I've been in the voiceover industry as a full-timer for about 10 years now.
My name's Anita, and my background in the industry is actually as a news anchor. I've been a news anchor for 10 years. I'm serving my 10th year this year.
I'm Denise Chan. I do voiceovers. I'm also a host. I do TV and travel shows.
My name is Azman Zulkifli. I'm a voice actor in Ejen Ali The Movie in both Bahasa Malaysia and English version.
My name is Gavin Yap. I'm an actor, writer, director. I've been voice directing animation since 2008.
I played the lead character, Ejen Ali. I understood that it's quite a dynamic character. It's not just one of those characters where it's just, you know, shout, 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 and then save the day. You know, it's not like one of those kind of things where it's, I think one of the amazing things about Ejen Ali, and Ali in particular, is that he goes through a very, very emotional journey of being lost and also finding himself and discovering who and what is important to him. I think that's something that a lot of people can identify with. Understanding that makes it a much more intensive role to play, because you're no longer just, you know, you're not just playing like, you know, it's a boy who's a secret agent and he just goes and saves the world. It's not about that anymore. He actually has, you know, his hero's journey that's beyond just the mission in front of him.
I play Nikki, who is the main villain, I would say. And when I first got the phone call and I came in, you know, you audition for a few different roles, and I was hoping that I'd get Nikki. She's a very interesting character. She has a serious, like, you know, arc in her character development in the film. And you know, you get into the mind, so to speak, you kind of understand where she comes from. And she really believes in her cause, you know, without any spoilers. But, you know, I think some of the best and most convincing and powerful people out there, for good or for bad, really believe in their cause. And I was hoping in the film that I'd be able to translate that, you know, that element. So she's not like a one-dimensional villain, which is what I really liked. You know, she's human, and you kind of like journey with her and you understand why she does what she does, how she became what she became, and you want to hate her. And there are elements in the film where you're just kind of like, whoa, what's going on, you know? Because, yeah, obviously there are twists and plots. I'm not going to spoil it, yeah.
Okay, so I voice Alicia. Alicia is this really cool, tough chick. She's the kind of girl who doesn't take no for an answer, you can tell. And she doesn't like when people whine or complain about things like Ali does, yes. So she's a tough one. Yeah.
So I am General Rama and Victor in Bahasa Malaysia, and also I reprise those two characters in the English version. Additionally, I am Agent Bakar. You gotta understand that these two characters, they have two different voices. So the different voices have different sound to it, right? So with General, it's very rough. So he talks like that. So, and with Bakar, it's a bit more to the back of the throat. Oh, don't worry, sir. I told you he could have done it. So it's just a matter of differentiating the sound of the voice and then understanding how the character would perform or how they would talk. General is a slow talker. Bakar, sometimes he talks fast in a funny way. So that's basically the gist of how I differentiate each character, just by the sound of their voices.
I play Agent Fit and I play Andik. Agent Fit is he's just an agent. He doesn't really have much of a character, to be honest. I never watched the series, so I don't know if he appears in this series. But as far as the film is concerned, there isn't much of an arc. You know, he's just one of the agents who turns up to help in the fights, and he gets annoyed at doesn't seem to like Ali very much, and gets annoyed at Ali because Ali seems to be slacking on his duties. But yeah, I suppose his arc is that by the end he likes Alila. That seems to be the biggest thing resembling an arc that Agent Fit has. But he's a very no-nonsense, very straight down the middle kind of just like action hero type of agent, which was very fun to play because that's so not me.
I just have to envision myself as being really tough, and most of the lines I have is usually like it's telling Ali off. Just not that hard. Thankfully, I have a sibling, so it's pretty much like that. So it's sort of like thinking of like, oh, you know, can you not be so annoying? Yeah, that's pretty much how it is.
Actually, there wasn't a lot of prep on my end because like we're doing the dub, so essentially we just have to understand how the movie itself flows. Most people at some point in their life would have experienced loss, being excluded, things that just make you feel left out, like you give a lot of yourself to something and you find out, oh, I'm not getting the same back, or they don't feel that way about me, or I don't know where I am in the world. Understanding that from own personal experiences, or just trying to ask yourself, okay, if this happened to me, how would I feel? That, and also because when we're dubbing for the English version, the animation is complete. So we have a clear reference point.
Preparation is just like a bunch of breathing in, breathing out, and then just tell myself, okay, I'm Bakar, I'm General. By voicing per character, like I will finish off Rama, I will finish off Bakar, I'll finish off the rest of the characters. So I think by doing it in that system, I think it's easier for me to stay in character throughout the session. Yeah.
Well, when it's not you, it's even easier to get into it because it's.
Do you channel anyone?
Nah. Actually, I channel 1970s martial arts kung fu, badly dubbed kung fu movies. Because they would always talk like this. Agent Fit was a little bit based on that kind of thing. It's like, step aside, you know. And Andik is one of Nikki's henchmen, I suppose. Yeah, so with Andik, I played him a little bit more slimy, just to differentiate it. So it was more like, yeah, he talks a little bit like this, just to, you know, like that.
And in terms of preparation, the original voice was already great. She did a great job in coloring the character. But I just said to myself, all right, if you were to read this script on its own without what you know from the original version, how would you do it? And then you study the character and realize what the arc is about. And I used a lot of my lower register, which was interesting. You know, fighting scenes and things, it gets challenging. Because, you know, you get excited and then your pitch goes higher and the director's like, Anita, back to the original tone, yeah?
Well, there's one bit that we, like with Agent Fit, that we just thought was very funny. It's when Ali tells Bakar that he's not feeling well and that he can't come for the mission. Agent Fit gets angry and he's like, you know, he's not well. You know, this is a mission, it's not school. We just found it was very fun to do, but we also found it very funny that this guy would just get so worked up because a 12-year-old can't make the mission. You know, he's like kicking the trash can or something, and then you got Bobby. It's like, hey, sabar bro, sabar, relax.
Where's Ali?
He said he's not well. He can't make it.
Not well? This is a mission, not school!
Come on, man, relax.
You know, I just found that hilarious.
I feel like all the lines I've done so far, because at this point I've only voiced like half of it, I still have another half to go. Most of the lines were telling Ali off, just rolling her eyes off at him. But my favorite line so far is where she really gives it to him. And she's not just yelling at him, but she's also has to tap into her emotional side. And she reveals like how she is an orphan, and you know, even though she's an orphan, you know, she doesn't just give up, and that's why she's so cool and she's so tough. That's why she's who she is. Do you want me to say it to you, or just see it? Okay. Can you just stop all this whining? You think you're the only one without a mother? At least you're lucky your dad is still with you.
Both of my parents are gone. Open your eyes, Ali. Stop thinking about what you've lost and start appreciating what's right in front of you.
So that's my favorite line so far.
With Rama, there's an interrogation scene where between him and Abang Bear. So when he was playing his role, putting the phone on the table, and then there was this one moment where, you know, Abang Bear wasn't really giving what he wanted, and then he just blurted out, "Name!"
6, 4, 5, 2.
Okay, I get it. Stop.
The name!
So that was intense. Bakar, in the trailer, there's that aeroplane scene. So there was something happened. So when Fit and Bobby came to save the day, I think in the Bahasa, Shafiq did a great job of delivering the line, "Oh, lega." And I had, so how would the English one sound like? So he said, I think, "Oh, that was close."
Thanks, guys. We were toast.
So he had to be like that in a funny way. I like Bakar because he's overall a funny guy. Yeah.
I would say it's really strange, but I think it wasn't so much the line as it was how I felt when I was voicing the line. She goes, "Don't be weak, Ali."
But you didn't have
Listen to me. We must do whatever it takes to help our people. Don't be weak, Ali.
You know, that moment is kind of like, it was a very tender moment for me in a weird way, because she's kind of like telling him, "Hey, man up. You know, this is a situation." Because there are things that I can relate to in my life where, you know, the going gets tough, right? And so a lot of it is kind of like, if you believe in something, and there'll be things that kind of like try to distract you or obstacles in your way. And I think that line spoke to me. Just in her saying that to Ali, I was just like, okay, don't be weak, Anita. Like, it's like, summon that strength.
I think some of the big lessons I learned or that were reinforced was that family can be anyone or come from anywhere. Believe in yourself, but sometimes don't forget to listen to others. And always believe that for everything or for every challenge you might face in your life, that usually there's a reason why you're going through it. And usually it comes to you because you are able to handle it. Yeah, and you might not know why it's happening, you might not know what got you to that point, but you can't change the past. So the power to change is always in front of you. Yeah, so I think with Ejen Ali, that's what I got from this movie, is the fact that, yeah, like we all know his past and all that, right? And that cannot be changed. But going forward, choosing to do the right thing, choosing to help people, choosing to be okay with yourself and accept your strengths and weaknesses and understanding that and just moving forward, that's the important thing. Yeah, that's what I got.
You know, so there's that message as well of believing in a cause, but at what price? You know, so there are certain things where you can do things, but you've got to still look at the quality of the action. You know, if you're going to destroy many things and destroy lives while you're trying to further your cause, that's not good either. So where is good and bad? You know what I mean? So it's actually a very subtle thing. So yes, believe in your cause, but when do you turn bad? What's bad? That's one. But another thing also is empathy. You know, I think what's nice about this story is because it does show you a human side. It does show you the perspective of, you know, why people become the way they are, and the importance of love and nurturing. And, you know, I mean, she also turned that way because she had nothing. She had nothing left. You know, and that's not an excuse to do bad things. But it's an empathy of people, you know, of situations. And yeah, you know, just do what's good. And at the end of the day, you know, the good guys who were, you know, also like overdeveloping and things, you know, they got their price too. They had to pay their price too. So, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, think about your actions, think about the repercussions. To me, I hope that's what, you know, kids watching it will say.
If there's one thing that I want people to learn from her character is to be like her in the sense that be honest, say how you feel, don't be afraid. Because I think Malaysians are too too polite and too shy sometimes to say how we really feel, especially when we're upset about something. Yeah, and be bold and brave like Alicia. And if something is, if your gut's telling you something is wrong, trust it and believe in it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, trust your instincts.
Yeah, I mean, I think the strongest message it has that I think is good for kids is that, is just that you need to kind of embrace your destiny. Embrace your destiny, embrace your responsibility, and understand that, it's okay to not be perfect. I think that's something that I took away from it, is that it's people dealing with, it's like Ali sort of coming to terms with that, he has flaws, and you need to overcome your flaws. You need to not get bogged down by your flaws so you can move on and do what you need to do to succeed or to be yourself. It's just about accepting who you are, and to a certain extent, about family as well. I think the connection that he has with, with the memory of his mom, I think is very powerful. I think that's something that a lot of people of all ages can identify with, and the connection that he has with his M.A.T.A family as well is very strong.
Overall, the movie follows Ali, and there's a lot of question of how people wanted to see Ali grow from the series, and I think we can see that in this movie. So there's a whole different arc as far as Ali is concerned, and I think the character of Ali has matured so much in this film. Not just Ali, Bakar also. We get to see his other side of being emotional about a particular thing. So it's great to see how all these characters that, if you've been following the series, the season 1 and season 2, I think character-wise, it's a bigger performance from all these characters that was in the series and now they're in the movie. And I think the main thing is emotion. Right? A lot of people would find it emotional towards the end because a few questions were answered, and I think if you're a big follower of Ejen Ali, then I feel it's a complete package, and I think you'll like it. A lot of people would like it.